Hi there, I'm Rai, a technician here at 4x4 in Leeming Bar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install towing electrics on a Ranger 2023 and the same applies to Amarok 2023. All the models are exactly the same, so we're going to go from there. These are the tools that you're going to need. A torch, I'm going to use an impact driver just to speed things up. That's got a flat head on it. Some extra tie wraps just in case, a tie wrap gun, you could use flush cuts, a flathead screwdriver, an 8mm ratchet spanner, a knife and a trim tool. So these are our towing electrics. You just open the box there. It's very simple on this vehicle. We have our control box, our 13-pin plug. We do also sell an adapter if you want to go from 13 to 7. Our plug, and then we have our canvas wiring kit and the various other plugs to mount the control box, pick up off the canvas and the car's information for the turn signals. We do also have a set of instructions, but as we're doing a video, we're not going to need them. There's also some fuses in here, which these fuses are already in the car, so we don't need to put them, we just need the screws out of there. So we're going to start at the back of the vehicle and work our way to the front. So we're going to start by putting our plug on onto our 13-pin electrics. This plug does only go on one way, but I just want to bring your attention to these 4 clips that are located here. All 4 of these clips need to be engaged on the back part of this plug. If they're not properly engaged, when you put something to the vehicle, when you lift this up and you put your caravan or trailer or whatever in, when you do that, if they're not properly engaged, this plug will simply push back and you won't get anything. So when you look at the plug, it'll be recessed down here. So it's very important that we do make sure that all 4 of those clips are in properly. So if you look at here, we have a raised section inside the plug, and then we have a recess in this part here. So we're just going to marry them 2 up, push that in. So we've heard some clicks, but we just want to double check. So I'm going to use a flat blade screwdriver. So here, just push this section down. That one's slid over. That one's slid over. Turn it round. Now again, I'm happy that that is fully connected and engaged. I can see those plastic pins there, they're over the back of the plug, which means that will not now come forward. So we can flip that over and put our rubber gasket, line that up with our holes, and we can move over to the car and start to install this part. This is all plug and play. There's nothing difficult about it. All the plugs are there. We're just going to remove some blanking plugs that come on from factory and mount this into position. We have our plug here. I'm just going to put our screws through, the 3 screws that came in the towing electric kit. I'm now just going to line this plug up with these. So we have a cutout here. There were 3 screws here. 1, 2, 3. This only goes on in one place. We'll put our M5 nuts on, which are 8mm, and we're just going to tighten that up. But just before we do, just make sure that you check the gasket round the plug is right round it and is not tucked back on itself. So I'm happy they're tight. Not overly tight. Remember, this is just plastic, so don't over tighten them. Our plug here, we're just going to pass up through the side of the tow bar, between the tow bar and the bumper. Bring that up and over. Now we just want a nice curve for this bit here, and then I'm just going to put a long tie wrap around the actual bar just to hold the towing electrics there. So the other side, if we look up here, our plug that we need to plug into does just have a blanking plug on it. So if we just disconnect that from there, and then this part just going to pull off. So that's our blanking plug removed. I'll plug this in, and it goes in one way, and then we're able to use that same tab again to put our plug back onto. We do have some excess here, so I'm just going to tie wrap that up and out the way. I'm going to tie wrap that to the loom that runs along the back of the bumper. Now on here we have 3 plugs that we need to connect. Don't worry about the yellow one. The 3 that we need to do are 2 greys, which is 1, 2, and a small black one here. The connections are up the side of the dash, like up around this level, so you're going to come in from underneath here to do that. You can get them with this panel on, but it's easier if you remove this, and then we have somewhere when we're all plugged in our box, we'll have somewhere to put the box, so we'll just pop it behind that panel. So first thing we're going to do is remove this lower panel, and then we'll unclip them. To remove our panel, we have one trim piece at the front to remove, and then from there we'll lift that back edge up. The bonnet will pop itself when we pull this out. Section there. So the 3 plugs that we need are just up here, but to find them, the easiest way to do is if you look for this black plastic here, which goes over a threaded insert. They're located on that. Now you can unclip them, or you can remove this black panel. So we'll just slide our hand up and pop that. So our 3 plugs that we need to unplug, which are on this blanking plate, we have the black one there, which is the lower one. Then we have one grey one just up from that, and then just above that we have another one. As you can see, we've already unplugged the middle one and the bottom one, which is this one. So there's a small black one there, a medium-sized grey one there, and then a big one there. And all we're going to do is simply push the tab in and unclip that. Now you can pop this back up there and put the bonnet cable back onto it. So I'll do that now. We've got our 3 connections down now, so we're going to simply plug in our new connection. 1, 2, and finally 3. The last part to do is to plug in our canvas box and LED reader. So that only goes in one way. I'm going to push that in, and we will now be, you should have a green light. Green light tells you everything is good. We're still going to check that anyway with plugging our towing electrics in, just to make sure. Again, don't worry about this yellow one. The vehicle already has a permanent live to the towing electrics. So we're simply just going to tuck this up, back out the way. So I'm just going to remove our backing, and I've pushed some of the firewall carpet just out the way so we can stick that to bare metal, like so. And we're ready to refit our trim bit. So we'll just refit this lower panel. We'll lift our bonnet catch up and slide this forward, making sure all the wires are behind the panel. Lift this tab up, and then that'll push forward. That's good down there. Clip in there. Refit the weather strip, and our final little trim piece. Is in. Everything is behind our panel, and now we're good to test the electrics. So we'll simply plug our 13-pin adapter in, which we do sell. This tow bar is fitted with our ball and hitch which is also available to buy from us. Just wanted to point that out. Now we're ready to test our electrics. So I'm just going to get my assistant here just to put the ignition on. So I'll just get him now to press the brake, if you will. See, we're getting brighter, and indicate left and indicate right. That is how to fit the towing electrics to the Ranger 2023 and the Amarok 2023. Thanks for watching.